With Thinny Season 2 starting, you may be a bit confused about the previous seasons. How come we didn't see them? Well, I was too lazy to record. Today, I'm going to show you Thinny Season 0, the season that started it all. I remember spawning right about here and seeing a ravine and going, ooh, it'd be a good place to make a base. Back at the time, I wasn't planning for my server to become like a peaceful, sort of Hermitcraft-like server. Thought it was just gonna be like a normal SMP. So I made a hidden base in this coal patch that I found. It used to be where I just mined the block and then went under, but then there's a button. But over time, I continued to improve the design until I got this entrance. And we just go around here. And this was the person who lived with me. I've moved out of here by now, but this is where the enchantment room was. I just click these, and they'd give light, fabric on. I just used Optifine. Speaking of which, if you're wondering how I have dynamic lights and zoom, I have a whole bunch of mods for fabric. I'll put them in the description. This is just where a sitting area was. There used to be a minecart here, so you could sit in the chair, but now there's not. This is where the dragon egg used to be. This is where all the smelting stuff used to be, and all just the crafting. And here was probably my favorite room, all the storage, kind of similar to the storage I used in Season 1 and planning to use in Season 2. This is where I grew some stuff, but get out of here, pumpkin. At first I didn't know why it wasn't working, but it's just because there wasn't enough light, so I added these torches. But it didn't really become useful. And this is where I had a nice cool pool, and I still like swimming around in it. In this room, I had a little ladder that went up to here, and I could just send items through to this person's base. He didn't join for Season 1 or 2, but he was I think the second member of Season 0. He had some decent stuff. I mean, look at all those diamonds. He also had this bubble elevator. I think I made it for him, but it was easy to get up to the surface. We had another base over here, friend of Low Fat Cheetos. He didn't join for Season 0 either. Over here was someone who, I think this was their only time on the server when they did it, but they later joined officially in Season 1. Haven't heard from them back for Season 2. This was my first shop. It was kind of like an organized by me thing, and not just you grab it, you put your diamonds in the slot where you grab the item. No shoplifting now. There was this very long track. What the heck is happening here? This is where I had an arena. Never used it though. This is where my shop was. This is when I tried to make a mob farm, but horribly failed. I tried making a creeper farm, but that did not work. I built this house over here so someone could rent it or buy it. I built this farm here for 200 crops. I built this big house so someone could rent it or buy it for a much higher price. I made a pretty cool main base. Just kidding, this was my main base. Originally, it was built in 1.16, so imagine this base without the 1.16 blocks. None of these walls, none of these gaps for copper. Yeah, these looked crap without the copper. Looked pretty nice, except for the brown floor. I'm not sure about that right now. I made a melon farm, but the constant sound of this is driving me crazy. For those people who who started in Season 1, and you're wondering who the original Gas was, this is him. The original Gas. Swimming around for 3 months. This is my later storage system, and I gotta say, even to this day, I'm still proud of it. This was my enchanting room. Barely used it though. Whee! And a carpet duplicator, but I never used it. Oh yeah, that's a lot of carpets. Hot tub. Finally, if we grab this key card here, too far. It opened into my vault. Yes, I duplicated the dragon egg. Do not judge me. But this was where my vault was. I had a lot of stuff. That about wraps it up. I did other things on Thinny Season 0, but that was basically the main stuff. I'll make a video for Season 1 next. But I hope you all liked this brief context for the server. And I'll see you in the next one. It never catches a break.